There are lots and lots and lots of ways to be an American. And even there are lots and lots of ways to be a Southerner. There are lots of ways to be Latino. There are lots of ways to be Asian. So we have a lot of policing going on to try to pretend that we can keep people in boxes. Before the mid-1960s, if you said, what do you think of when you think of an American? Probably most people would conjure up a mental image of a white person, probably a man, and not a Southerner. And then in the 1960s, things got all shaken up. One big important thing for the American South was a civil rights movement. So becoming American, in this country in which racial designation is so important, and the one that really counts is black. So what is white is kind of the leavings of not black. And people have been going to court for years, for decades, for centuries, to prove themselves white, and it's very hard to do because there's no agreement on what that means. Those definitions are state by state, and they change over time. And in the census of 2010, there's a dual system. One is race, which is the more familiar one, and that's black, white, Asian, Native American, Hawaiian, I think that's the 5. And then there's ethnicity. And so everybody has both of those. So I would say my race is black and my ethnicity is non-Hispanic. So ethnicity is Hispanic or not Hispanic. But nowadays there are more voluntary immigrants from Africa than there ever were involuntary immigrants from Africa. So the number of Africans who were involuntary immigrants is considered to be about 450,000. And those people were largely brought in the 18th century. The big peak is 1740 to 1760, 1770, around there. So less than 500,000 people. There are now more than 500,000 African immigrants in the United States, people who came for the usual reasons of more opportunity. The ability to think critically is a crucial skill, and that is not to take things on face value. Now that may not be a job-related skill. So when I go to my studio in downtown Newark, I pass Essex County College and the Newark Technology Institute. And those are two places that really give people the skills they need for jobs. But the skills you need for, say, citizenship is the ability to listen, to read, and to think critically. So let's put both of those in. The skills you need for jobs, you can get either in college or in like a vocational institution, but the skill you need for citizenship, that you get in college.